You never know who you're talking to. You never know who's watching. You never know when you're being tested. This is about a CEO who wanted to know the truth. About his employees. About their character. About who they really were when nobody important was looking. What he discovered will change how you treat people forever. There was a man named Richard Hayes, CEO of a major tech company. Successful. Wealthy. Respected. He had 500 employees. They all smiled at him. Said good morning. Acted professional. But he wondered. Who were they really? Not the version they showed him. The real them. The version that existed when he wasn't in the room. So he decided to find out. Early Monday morning. 6:45 a.m. Before anyone arrived. Richard stood outside his own company building. But he didn't look like Richard Hayes, CEO. He wore torn jeans. An old jacket with holes. Dirty shoes. Messy hair. Fake beard. He looked like a homeless man. A beggar. He sat down on the concrete. Right next to the entrance. And waited. 7:15 a.m. The first employees arrived. A young woman in a business suit. Staring at her phone. Walking fast. Richard held out a cup. Excuse me, miss. Spare some change. She didn't even look. Walked right past. Like he was invisible. He watched her badge. Marketing department. Jennifer Chen. He made a mental note. More employees arrived. One after another. Same reaction. Most ignored him completely. Some made disgusted faces. A few crossed to the other side. One man actually said, "Get a job, you bum." Richard looked at his badge. Michael Torres. Finance. Another mental note. 8 a.m. The morning rush. Dozens of employees flooding in. Richard asked each one. Spare some change. Anything helps. 97 people walked past in 30 minutes. 97 people who worked for him. Who collected paychecks he signed. Not one stopped. 8:47 a.m. A janitor arrived. Late shift starting. Older man. Maybe 60. Worn uniform. Tired eyes. Manuel Rodriguez. Richard knew him. Quietly cleaned the building every day for 20 years. Manuel saw Richard sitting there. Stopped. "Hey brother, you okay?" Richard stayed in character. Just hungry, man. Haven't eaten since yesterday." Manuel reached into his bag. Pulled out a sandwich wrapped in plastic. "Here. Take it. It's just peanut butter, but it's food." Richard looked at the sandwich. "No, man, that's your lunch. I can't." "I'll be fine. I'll get something later. You need it more than me." Manuel placed the sandwich in Richard's hands, smiled, and walked inside. Richard sat there, holding that sandwich. The janitor, who probably made less than anyone in that building, gave away his only meal, while everyone else, with their six-figure salaries, walked past like he didn't exist. Richard stood up, removed the fake beard, brushed off the dirt. He walked inside, through the lobby, everyone staring. "Is that Mr. Hayes?" He went straight to his office, changed into his suit. At 9 a.m., he sent a company-wide email. Mandatory meeting. Conference room. 9:30 a.m. Everyone. The conference room filled. 500 employees. Confused. Nervous. Richard stood at the front. Silent. Letting the tension build. "This morning," he finally said, "I was outside. Right by our entrance. Dressed as a homeless man." The room went dead quiet. "I sat there for 2 hours. I asked 97 of you for help. For spare change. For anything." People started looking at their shoes. 97 people walked past. "Some of you ignored me. Some made faces. One of you called me a bum and told me to get a job." The silence was suffocating. But one person stopped. One person out of everyone in this company saw a human being in need and helped. Richard gestured to the back of the room. "Manuel, can you come up here?" The janitor looked terrified. "Mr. Hayes, I don't understand." "Please, come here." Manuel slowly walked to the front. Confused. Scared. Richard turned to face him. "This morning, You gave me your lunch. Your only lunch. You didn't know who I was. You just saw someone who needed help. Richard's voice cracked slightly. You make less than almost everyone in this room. But you were the only one who gave. He turned to the crowd. This company isn't just about profit. It's about character. And today, most of you failed. Richard looked at Manuel. But you didn't. You showed me what real character looks like. What compassion looks like. What leadership looks like. He paused. Effective immediately, you're promoted. Facilities director. Salary tripled. Company benefits. Starting today. The room erupted in whispers. Manuel's eyes filled with tears. Mr. Hayes. I don't. I just. You deserve it. More than that, this company needs people like you in leadership. Richard addressed the room one final time. Everyone else. Learn from this. Character isn't what you show your boss. It's what you show the people you think don't matter. He dismissed the meeting. People filed out. Ashamed. Quiet. 2 weeks later, the company culture shifted. Employees started volunteering. Donations to homeless shelters skyrocketed. People treated the cleaning staff, security guards, and cafeteria workers with respect. Because they learned a lesson they'd never forget. You never know who you're talking to. Years later, Manuel became one of the company's most respected leaders. And Richard kept that peanut butter sandwich wrapper framed in his office. A reminder that character isn't tested when everyone's watching. It's tested when you think nobody is. Moral. Treat everyone with kindness and respect, regardless of their appearance or position. You never know who you're really talking to, and more importantly, your character is revealed by how you treat those who can do nothing for you. The janitor with the giving heart had more character than 97 people with fancy titles. Because true character isn't shown in boardrooms. It's shown on sidewalks, when nobody important is watching.